Hey everybody, meteorologist Sarah Gannon with a first alert weather update for you. It has been a chilly Friday here for the region. And beautiful. However, air temperatures not reflecting that. We are looking at some chilly conditions. We have some north winds coming through the area, so it's making things feel a little cooler. Temperatures right now sitting into the 30s here across southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Just shy a degree of that 40-degree mark in North Iowa there. Cresco, Decorah, Charles City, Mason City all sitting at 39 currently. 37 in Preston and Austin, 35 in Albert Lee. Right now we are sitting at 36 degrees currently in Rochester. Surface map showing high pressure in control of the upper Midwest. Again, that's keeping us in a very quiet position here through the rest of today, and this will extend into the weekend. The weekend, I've got to say, looking absolutely fabulous. Enjoying that beautiful sun despite the chilly temps and some strong winds. Live look outside here from your Lewis Nauta live camera network. You can see the sun, and you can see even some of the cameras kind of shaking here due to those strong winds. So right now we are looking at wind speeds sustained anywhere from around 15 to 30 miles per hour, and gusts in some locations like Rochester and Mason City right around that 40 mile per hour mark. So some strong winds moving through portions of southern Minnesota and northern Iowa, coming out of the northwest. So again, funneling in some of that cooler air, so it just feels rather chilly. The good news is we will get a little reprieve from the wind later on tonight. So still seeing some gusty winds as we move throughout the rest of the evening commute and into the evening hours. Still seeing some gusts upwards of 25 to 30 miles per hour. We will look at those winds becoming lighter heading into the overnight hours, but winds do strengthen again heading into our Saturday. So if you're looking to get out and about, temperatures will be chilly here for tonight, but we'll still be looking at that clear sky. Heading into tomorrow, tracking more sunshine. We'll see winds still strong in the area with gusts nearing 40 miles per hour possible in some locations tomorrow afternoon. Sun will be a big talking point. That's in store for tomorrow. But the other big story is going to be those temperatures will trend warmer into the upper 40s to low 50s and ultimately some 60s come Sunday. So we'll talk more about that weekend forecast and what's in store for next week in your first alert weather later on in the broadcast. Midwest Access will return. Welcome back to Midwest Access. I'm meteorologist Sarah Gannon. A beautiful day out here for our Friday, but we are, though, feeling rather chilly. The wind certainly not helping with that today. A live look outside from your Lewiston Auto live camera. Temperatures today have been into the 30s, so it has been rather chilly feeling. Winona able to manage 41 for that current temperature, so they're able to climb in the 40s here today. Notice the wind chill values feeling like we are into the 20s here today. Wind speeds sustained anywhere from around 15 to about 30 miles per hour there on the strong side. So as we look at what those current wind gusts are at, we have Austin, Albert Lee, Preston area, Charles City, Rochester, Mason City, where we're looking at winds gusting upwards of 30 to even 40 miles per hour. So some strong winds have been in the area here all throughout today. Heading into tonight, we'll gradually see those winds becoming lighter, kind of getting a break from the strongest of those winds overnight, but more wind is in store as we transition into our Saturday. So we'll look to see sustained winds anywhere from around 15 to 30 miles per hour, but we could be looking at some gusts nearing 30 to 40 miles per hour. High pressure is in control here of the upper Midwest. A quiet evening is on tap. We'll see that little bit of cloud cover that we have continue to clear out. So looking forward to some clear sky, but it will be rather cold overnight. Temperatures will gradually fall back into the 20s, and they'll hang out that way heading into tomorrow. So overnight, it'll be cold, it'll be windy, especially here for the evening hours, and then we'll look to see more of that quiet weather in store in terms of not seeing any rain or snow potentials here in the next several days. The weekend looking gorgeous. More wind, though, for your Saturday, but temperatures continuing to climb, looking rather warm as we head towards Sunday. That will be the warmest day here of the upcoming weekend. Heading into next week, still tracking some more ups and downs when it comes to those temperatures, and some rain chances back in the forecast, maybe even some rumbles of thunder, some thunderstorms possible heading into next week as well. So let's talk about those morning temperatures here. 7 a.m. we'll be looking at some 20s, low 20s for those morning temperatures. Mason City maybe even hitting, falling back into the teens for those morning temps tomorrow morning. So we'll be a chilly one. We'll see clear sky. Looking forward to a lot more sunshine heading into the upcoming weekend. So let's talk about this weekend forecast, your town forecast. If you're close to the riverside, we could be looking at temperatures on Saturday into the upper 40s to low 50s here in the region. But Sunday, looking at some 60s on the way. Those temperatures anywhere from around 64 to about 67 degrees. Midsection of the region, we'll look to see again those lower 50s for our Saturday highs. Sunday's highs looking to be closer into those 60s. So warm stretch, especially heading into Sunday. North Iowa, we'll be looking at those temperatures into those low to mid 50s for Saturday, excuse me. Heading into Sunday, maybe taking a run into those upper 60s like Mason City and Charles City, maybe getting close to that 70-degree mark. Let's talk about that 10-day forecast here. A chance at some 70s on the way by early next week for Monday. And we start to bring in some rain chances by Tuesday and even later next week. Maybe a few rumbles of thunder with that chance for rain chance come Tuesday. So looking at a rather spring-like forecast here in the next 7 to 10 days. That's a look at your first alert weather.
Should be a pretty beautiful weekend.
Weekend looking gorgeous. A little windy for tomorrow, our Saturday, but we are tracking 60s and then 70s Sunday and into Monday. Chief Meteorologist Nick Jansen has that weekend forecast ahead at the top of the hour. It was a nice day out there today. Chilly, though, compared to the last couple. So let's take a look here at some of those high temperatures in the area today. We topped off with highs in those upper 30s to low 40s, below average, roughly by about 5 to 10 degrees. So certainly cooler feeling. The good news is we have more warmth that's on the way for us here heading into this weekend. The wind, though, has been a concern today. You likely noticed that. The good news is winds dying down for this evening, calm overnight. However, the wind does return significantly heading into tomorrow, where we will look at some gusts upwards of 30 to 40 miles per hour by tomorrow afternoon. So a windy Saturday is on tap. The weekend as a whole rather warm and sunny for the area, especially by Sunday. Heading into next week then, looking to see the mild temperatures sticking with us. Wet weather, though, will return with some shower chances, maybe even some rumbles of thunder. Chance for some thunderstorms are possible there on Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Sarah. We'll check back in just a little bit.
We are gearing up for some beautiful weather here this weekend. I know today was chilly. The good news is things into Saturday and especially by Sunday with highs in the 50s. And well into the 60s here coming to the second half of the weekend. We still endure some strong winds tomorrow, so continue to hold on to your hats, but gearing up for a lot more sunshine and beautiful weather here for the next few days. We'll talk more about those forecast details and a sneak peek to next week. That's ahead in your First Alert Weather.
Weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
We have been looking at some chilly conditions in the area here today, heading into tonight now, sticking with that cooler trend. We will look to still see some windy conditions as we move into tomorrow, but a brief break in those brief lull in the winds on the way, but overall a quiet night. Heading into this weekend, as I mentioned, more wind on the way for Saturday, but by Sunday then we are tracking much warmer conditions. Both days will be warm, but Sunday the warmest of the two. Our fluctuating temperatures continue into next week. We'll bring in a couple rain chances and even an opportunity for some thunderstorms come next week. So let's talk about this wind forecast here heading into tonight. Still breezy out there at this point in time, but after midnight tonight, we'll see those winds kind of gradually dying down a bit, a break overnight. But notice how we have more of those winds overnight. So heading into tomorrow, I should say. So by tomorrow, we'll be looking to see gusts nearly upwards of 30 to 40 miles per hour possible. A break from the wind entirely comes Sunday. We will see strengthening winds again early next week on Monday and Tuesday. So you'll have to hold on to your hats here another day or so. Looking ahead to tomorrow, as I mentioned, it will be a chilly start to the day. So if you're getting out the door bright and early at 7 a.m., we'll have some nice sunshine with those clear sky overhead. Temperatures, though, in the low 20s, some wind chill values into the teens, maybe upper single digits. So chilly start to the day. Weekend, though, coming at those, looking at those high temperatures here for Saturday and Sunday. If you're close to the riverside, we'll see those high temperatures into the 50s, low 50s by Saturday. Sunday, looking at more mid 60s. Heading into the midsection of the viewing area, Saturday, looking at temperatures in those lower 50s and then those mid, maybe even some upper 60s towards Albert Lee and Austin by Sunday. Heading into North Iowa, similar story. Temperatures slightly warmer there Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, excuse me, will be in the mid 50s with mid to upper 60s on the way by the afternoon on Sunday. 10-day forecast here. Beautiful stretch the next few days minus the wind. We get the sunshine here several days in a row. Monday, though, certainly a day to notice. Highs into those mid, maybe upper 70s here in the viewing area, bringing in that chance for some showers, maybe some isolated thunderstorms Tuesday. But temperatures, you'll notice, kind of fluctuating a bit more, dropping back to the 40s for a portion of next week.
Sunday's going to be absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait.
Great day to be out if you choose to, or if you're going to stay in and take part in some of the good stuff on TV, that's an option too.
Always an option. Thanks, Brock.
Gearing up for some beautiful conditions here this weekend. Great opportunity to get outside, just enjoy some fresh air, get some yard work done, or just enjoy the fresh air and the sunshine here. Temperatures warming after what was a chilly Friday. High temperatures here Saturday, looking at Austin, Mason City, and Winona. We'll be into those lower 50s, mid 50s on some of our warmer spots by Sunday, tracking 60s across the board. And things getting even better as we return to work early next week. Come Monday, we'll look to see high temperatures there into the 70s, maybe pushing that 80-degree mark in the Mason City area. Otherwise, more spring-like temperatures fluctuating in throughout next week, and a couple rain chances on the way as well. Nick? Let's take one more look at that 10-day forecast. Beautiful weather here for the upcoming weekend. A lot more sunshine, temperatures trending warmer than what we saw here to end the work week on our Friday. Winds will still be blustery here tomorrow. Still expecting to see gusts upwards of 40 miles per hour. But notice by Sunday, we're back in the 60s for highs. 70s possible in the area come Monday. Tuesday, we'll have to watch out for some rain chances, maybe even a little thunder thrown in there. We could see a few isolated thunderstorms possible there on Tuesday, but settling back into more 40s and 50s by the end of next week. So a little bit more seasonal, but I know a lot of us really excited about this weekend forecast with those warmer spring temperatures arriving.
Anything on your to-do list?
Lots.
Watch sports.
You know what? To each his or her own, right?
Right. I've got yard work to do.
Me too.
You, Sarah?
Me too.
Good night.